think we get lipstick. This nation don't turn BSc, MSc, PhD, they're the one they will look at this country and then same one they spoil this country Big English, big jargon. See them in our parliament, see them in our law court. See them full of now in state house. See them chairman, directors, party supporters. We party supporters. We safe way they suffer. They why you say now they want them. They want this in a they want ya. Now this with the pan so draw. Politics don't mess with progress as a people. Politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us together. Hey salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. So pull the tribal, let's come out. Put the regional, let's come out. Pull party, let's come fool. Now so big fool. Hey, so big fool. This nation no longer act together as one. We common interest don't talk about and cronies of corruption. Every day we holla corruption. We then catch the poor teachers, they put them in court in free. We then catch that poor boy, then put on a Pademba road. For the one way thief 100, then say bring 20. 80 left now you hand. We make 'em papi show. Hey, salon so big fool. Who is fooling who? Now who da the fool who da? The thing way piss me off, but all the wahala way we dey face. Na salute. So grumble, so hardship, economic downtrodden, unemployment look and park, subhuman bondage, and not up till they begin. No, don't get me wrong. You get what I say? Not up till they begin. No, don't get me wrong, because this country, if you talk through, then go give and color. This not then go put me outside and not be longer. So big fool. Lose your face. You see, the two are the two, I make you tight your face. Look that one, then I made the gumbo pan big fool. So big fool. We wait and thief, we wait and rob. All the money wait and thief, then put na overseas account. For the open factory na this nation for his employment. For the open factory na this nation for help the youth. For give innovative ideas, for bring creative knowledge. For see waiting the left give we push. Big fool. And the thing we painful from all this, my brother. Hey, salute. Now we wait they suffer, now we they protect them. We then cage thief man them na this country. Hey, now we sympathy supporters. They come up for protect them. We they change the narrative. We take and make tribal business. We change the narrative. We take and make regional politics. We change the narrative. We turn on party politics. So forget for no say, you picking them future today, now you compromise. So so go lead we. They no able build better hospital for we. They no able build better universities. They no able build better factories. So we young one then don't collect, then go get work for do. We no go get brain drain. We know they get brain drain. See we young doctors. Now them back na Ghana so. See we young doctors. Now then they oversee. See we young teachers. Now then so they Gambia. See we young brain them. Now then so they now the diaspora. Wait tempuron. See how we sister then they suffer na Lebanon. See how we brother then they suffer na Libya. Some man die na sea. Which can leader the way we get? But now we say one way they support them, now we they don't jump that street. Where we meet party supporters, now we defend we say for good neighbor see. They know they talk, good pambo see. They know they talk. Hey, salute, so beautiful. So beautiful. See ya, hey, so in wig and lipstick. See I'm waiting coat and ties. See better. Ah, so this country is all these six party supporters are so excuse me, big fool.
Good morning, and welcome to another edition of a program we call Korea Site, and we are on YouTube and on Facebook, so we discuss issues the way the front page of the different newspapers in the Kai. And after we can bring people and where they can help pay for, we actually discuss the different issues them where the newspaper them don't pull na do for that morning day. Okay, so sometimes then they it can sweet sometimes then they rotten, sometimes I just sour the sour, sometimes then they it can just start like for say we don't the melt, you know, it get different taste and flavor, but we can't go straight. Praise God, sir. Just on a hold on quick. All right, welcome back. And today we debug the protocol, and we just begin taking the paper the one after the other as we get we go straight off with inside the program. Theophilus, good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
All right, so Theophilus actually gets very, very tight engagement this morning, but it make it possible. That's why we go straight and begin talk about the issues them inside the program. So Theophilus, the first thing we are going to look at quick one. I see the police don't pull the report, the crime cases report for 2022. What thing you take on this particular report? You don't see them?
Yes, I don't see over 30,000 crimes committed.
Yes.
Over 30,000. So I don't know because unfortunately we're not able to do comparison as to the number of crimes where can be committed now other states where perhaps the population they like the same with Sierra Leone, because the fact of the matter is that the higher the population, the more tendency for violence occur or criminal activities occur. So therefore, I would say, one, it is a good thing that the police, don't show professionalism for keep a data, because this is the very first time the police will pull a data regarding the crimes committed. So for me, that is very laudable, and I feel impressed. Maybe over the years, they may not do the same thing, but I can always say that it's the very first time where the report they become so topical that we can even discuss it at this level. So for me, it's a good thing that we know for say. Of course, you don't have to lie about it. crimes are being committed on a daily basis, from petty to minor crimes. Yes, from petty to minor crimes. So on a daily basis, crimes are being committed. So it's only good that we know for say these crimes are being committed, and you find out for the police go the extra mile. Now we know which crimes they particularly perpetual. Yeah, is it murder? Is it rape? Is it robbery? Is it fraudulent conversion? Some of the things there we need to know now, because I'm not saying the police already get the disaggregated data regarding the nature of crimes committed. So you can find out the police also educate the public more about this crime situation and educate the public, because sometimes people who commit crime, they don't even know that they are committing crime. So it's good for the public get some kind of education, crime awareness education. So you know that if I do this, that crime, that's the way they go down in record, and it's not good.
Okay.
So I cannot say it's too much, I cannot say it's small.
Okay.
I can only say that it's good that we are now having this level of transparency.
So look at what in Premier News say. Premier News say it's a Western area record highest crime rates with 62% of the total number of cases them. So the cases them, according to the director, he say now ranging from road crash and small criminal offences them.
Well, of course, like I tell them, the higher the population, you must expect more crimes will be committed in Freetown than in Bo or McKinney or Olekatede. Freetown is so cosmopolitan that you see lots of urban migration. People will come out upline, they kind of Freetown, most of them not get jobs, they not get site for stay. So the only thing available to them now for go into crime commission. And like I said, sometimes it can be intentional, it can be just the way where other crimes that can happen. So unfortunately, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, so let's take you quickly to the City Hunter newspaper. The City Hunter newspaper actually get this story where they put Nado today. And this now one story where they're very close to a lot of people they have. This now what thing they say. They say Omonga government, car power ship begged to continue operation. What say you take on this car power ship and the government?
Oh, you mean car power ship begged to continue operation?
Yes, so the government they beg car power ship for let them continue instead of them pay them.
Okay. The government they beg car power ship.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Well, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised because electricity is a political issue, and so far the government has not been quite impressive with dealing with the issue of electricity, and it is a big shame. And talking about the car power ship gets enough capacity for supply current for the entire Freetown. But then ETSA, they also rely on other sources like ADAX, the Bumbuna, Hydro, and some other sources of electricity where they buy and sell to the public. For instance, car power ship, over the past couple of months, they have been quite disturbed by the way where government they handle issues relating to payments. Well, let me say ETSA, the way ETSA they handle issues relating to payment for the power where they generate and supply. At one time, car power ship even down them tools, what make Freetown experience massive blackouts for a very long time. Right? And it be very embarrassing, and it came out clearly that the government owe car power ship billions of leones where ETSA owe car power ship. And government we don't negotiate the car power ship supply tariff, because after the legacy of the APC, where even this government during the campaigning, they condemn that kind of thing. They say, why government will go take car power ship, this and that, where they can't review the arrangement, they can't this and that. So we were able to say, they will stop car power ship. But when they come, what do they do? They go negotiate the tariff downward. They negotiate the tariff downward, And then unfortunately, and rather surprisingly, the customers are now get for pay 3 times. 3 times. What did they pay before when the tariff on the car power ship agreement be higher? So when the tariff go down now, the people that begin for pay higher to an extent that it became very, very surprising that such is happening. So had incidences of power theft. So now we're not able to afford down the TFAM. There were a lot of illegal connections, this and that, that and that. So if government they now beg car power ship, I mean, for saying we will continue to operate because government knows the weight of the embarrassment of not supplying electricity to a population where desperately need electricity, to a population where ready for pay for the service, right? So the only thing where government could do for me, if government could just handle the issue of electricity, they handle the issue of water supply, and they handle the issue of price control, so you don't get a situation wherein because of the high taxes where government they impose, the business people not got no option but for give matching prices for recoup the losses. So that is the situation. So the government is making things very difficult for the people. Some people they rely on electricity for making them ginger beer, for making them cold water. They don't have it sustainably. Everywhere electricity there now, some man even afraid for put in fridge on because it's so expensive. And most of we want to enjoy the electricity and we are willing to pay for it. And we want to enjoy them clean well. We don't want anything like a forgot thief electricity, because when you thief electricity, you then undermine extra the ability for pay for the service. They buy the current from car power ship and other sources. So they obviously need money. They need money for pay for their service. And they look at of course NPA, National Power Authority. That's against the machines that were still they work. I mean, Susan 5, Susan this, Susan that. So it's a matter
so since you talk about that one day, Phil, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Since you don't begin talk about the Susan's machine then, let me ask you this question. How you will compare the light right now, inside the 6 years to the last 5 years of the last regime?
Please say that again.
How will you compare the lights inside this last, let's say the last 5 years of this regime and the last 5 years of the last regime?
Okay. Well, what I will say is that the electricity now it just spread past how it did before, because now you get some communities them within the Freetown municipality or within the even western area and urban will not be ever never get electricity. Now they get electricity. So the only thing where the government need for address now the issue of sustainability. That is where the problem is. But the electricity is much more improved now than it were, because it does spread go beyond Usa Ibide. And kudos to the government. The government they get lots of frustrations regarding people where they go cut. Them transmitter cables them. Just recently the whole one. Where they go cut electricity. But why should you do that? They're an enemy of progress. The government is doing so much for let people get electricity, but then people they go thief the cables them for their own selfish purpose. So like I said earlier, and I will repeat it, I stand to be corrected, but I know I am correct that the electricity has expanded. The only issue now is sustainability. So that is the situation.
So in other words, now the electricity they don't get more area the way they don't include inside the operation. Yeah, but the problem now for let them get the lights now that's the problem.
Sustainability and the issue of the pricing. The issue of the pricing it lead to a lot of criminal activities relating to power theft. And at the end of the day, who loses? Who loses? If say even 30% of the users of electricity illegally, then a businesses that so make it reasonable, make it affordable. If you don't make it reasonable or affordable, people will have to do option but to steal it. And what do you blame?
Okay.
Who do you blame? You blame the government.
So since we did another area there, let's put some things into you. Quick one. We get issues them we get for do with the toll gate. We get issues that we get for do the worker fine in parliament. So first of all, the toll gate. According to the tweet where the minority, where the opposition leader making a parliament, where he say the toll gate as far as it concerned for because now parliament time be approve and them be debate and all. So for let the minister then go ahead and change the price of the toll gate without them not going to parliament, he said that's unlawful. What do you think?
Well, this morning, Dennis Sadi be done a radio democracy. It talked about this issue of the new tariff or for the new prices relating to electricity supply. So I think it was an oversight on the part because now after they went out to the public, now that they try for say now we are going to parliament, they don't even put a time frame of 1st of March.
You know, like yesterday, like you there or like yesterday night we really talked this say. Now they don't put all things, they don't put price, they don't go ahead and say then they start operation. But again, then go down to parliament. Whether or not the opposition agree or whether or not no one agree, they will still get away with them, as they always can do.
Okay, you want to repeat that again, please?
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I say, this is exactly what we talked yesterday. Say, now, when this honorable local raise this concern so, then one rush go down to parliament, for go actually say then they go follow, they go pass her, in as much as they don't put dates for begin for change the price them. But they go always get away with this, like they can do, not to the first time this way, the government, the cabinet don't they agree for something, don't they go, like for example, the Lunge Airport, before ever they go down to parliament. Why is it that the executive arm can always do like this before they go to parliament?
Yeah, you know, sometimes the government can be so misguided. I don't know if that the power of spirit they make the people do things them illegally. Because all you need to do things rightly. Now the Rastaman in philosophy. He said there is no other way to do it. You have to do it right. Take for example the midterm census. The midterm census. The day when the midterm census was starts, the day government was forced to go to parliament on the very day when the midterm census will begin. They wanted to do a midterm census without going to parliament. They want for review. They want for review price of an agreement of a toll gate, whether a product of parliament. Why don't you want to go to parliament? We're not going to discuss the first before they now come to the public. So the whole thing very unfair, and we not accept the new prices they are because they're so exploitative, they're so unfair because when this government here be the campaign, they say when they come, they are going to review the toll gate agreement. They are going to review it, right? And Madam Bio was very mad about this whole toll gate arrangement. So when it come, and they can review them. When see Madam Bio be president? Now they invited him to China. I think he was there for 1 week. Remember that Bio come out China come. All Chinese interest now no go area for him. He not do nothing. He never reviewed. He never worked on the reviewing of the agreement. Right? We're very to us that a major failure on a part because one. The fact that you know review the agreement. Now, over to the Chinese can go to government. Then say we want to increase the price. So rather than us hearing about reviewing the toll gate arrangement, the only thing we hear now the reviewing of the price. So this is a big defeat. That a big defeat. That is slap on the face of the government that they allow themselves to go into negotiation with the Chinese them on a very weak standing because had they reviewed because I heard the minister said the agreement get triggers.
All right.
He said the agreement gets triggers. One of the triggers there now that if the dollar price go up or if the economy go bad, then they for create room for them to increase the fees. So which means the Chinese people when they run the toll gate, they are not here to feel the pain we are feeling. For them, if the dollar go, if the loans perform badly, right? Then they should increase. So I think there's like a debt thing also. Maybe they expect say, well, government for don't review all the triggers they have for say, if the economy go bad, that should not be a reason for them to increase the price. Then secondly, and most importantly, the way when they do the pricing system, it can lead back to more hardship in the country. But not only that, maybe they expect the government for them review this whole target arrangement for at least reduce some to 1 or 2. But now you have 3 toll gates. Now, some Motikada they were for the pay 700,000 euros. Anytime they pass that each of them toll gate in day. So each time they pass any toll gate, for them 3 times they were passed, now 2,100,000. Now saying I've 12 kilometer goods from upline. Because free toll of consume what they consume. Anything that come from upline. Right? Now, if you go take 2,100,000, where do you think that driver will charge that amount? On the user of the vehicle. So if the user of the vehicle be the pay today 100 euros for count in plazas, now they pay 200 euros. What do you expect?
All
the
right.
price will go up automatically. So we are totally against the pricing system because we think it is pro-Chinese, it is anti-Sierra Leone. It is not in our favor, and the toll gate arrangement is not in our favor as well. So we be expect the government for don't review them. The first government don't review them, it means this whole aspect about talk and do. Now what you just please Madabio, what it please them for do, now they do. Because if you don't say you can review, you say talk and do, why you don't review the arrangement? You wait until the Chinese ask for review the price. That is outright foolishness on the part of the government. And for some of us, we are very much pissed off that the government can be so wicked and so weak for allow such to happen. And albeit they wanted to do it illegally without even going to parliament. That's foolishness at the highest level.
Okay.
Come on.
Continue further with Theo. I like how it inside Titus Boy Thompson. Good morning and welcome to the program. Please unmute your mic. Yes, logo Titus. Good morning.
My mic is on mute.
Yes, Idion, go on.
Yes, good
I
morning.
hear you.
Good morning. Yeah.
Howdy morning. Okay, Titus in line, the hold up here. Titus in line, the hold up there. And Theo,
Yes, sir.
Titus in network no look good. You get me, Titus?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, I can get.
Okay,
Say again.
okay, wait, Theo, hold on. Titus, what do you take on
Okay,
this
okay.
toll gate thing? You know, now we don't know say the action of the government very much illegal, unlawful for let them even go on and put price without going back to parliament. Now only now they want for go to parliament. What do you take?
Sierra Leone, as you know, I am out of the country. So, well, I mean, it has always been laid down practice that no external agency can levy a tax on the people of Sierra Leone without the approval of Parliament. Government will be mindful of that, and there should be civil servants who should advise government on those provisions, so that whenever they want for do that kind of thing and they or raise prices or introduce new taxes, then for able to guide government properly. Government should know about that. But I think, you see, the facts of price rises is the fact of life. Let me not blame government say because price go up, that means the government to fall to. Price rises is a fact of life. The problem we'll get for look at is whether the price rises are commensurate with the other levers of economic development within the country. Productivity being increased, the prices rising in response to increase in demand? Is it rising in response to the relationship between the service provider and the remittance requirement of the service provider vis-a-vis what's in at the dollar impact of the rises in prices? Most of the time, I think Salone, they suffer from a foreign currency situation where we don't get any control over. So I think what government need for do really for control those other levers. bring down the prices of foreign currencies, increase productivity, encourage businesses or investors to come in so that you get what you call a spillover effect within the economy. So that it will keep prices stabilized. But otherwise, if the country just a free flow, government they spend money without recourse to the economic situation of the country, and they spend money fata, prices will rise. There is no other way you can walk away from that. Prices will rise. But if prices get to rise, let it be controlled. Let it be price rises that we can justify and provide measures that will reduce the impact on the economy or on the people, and let prices reflect the degree of economic activity in the country. But we just raise prices because you feel like raising prices or because the provider want to get more dollars to go out of the country. I think that is not something that is very good.
Okay, so what about this other one? Now we get Boston where the government don't carry it. Well, Theophilus, maybe I can ask you this question quickly, since you're a journalist and you did in the country. What thing that you take on them work find boss there? We get different conflicting, report them. Number one, they say the boss them not get government number plate, and the government say that they get them boss there. Yeah, so and we don't see different pictures them. What thing you don't see so far?
Okay, so in the first place, according to an arrangement, metro government they operate the bus system. Now a private entity. So I'm going to say the bus they get commercial number plates. They must say, well, if that is the case, then why they forget special preference from other buses them, where they all go pay the same amounts for license? Then why they must they forget particular preference to an extent that some of the roads that are where the buses they be the past traditionally are now no-go areas for those buses. And they see even now, and they see the new bus them where they apply the upline routes. Because they cannot come through Calbaton, they got to pass through Regent. And that Regent there, when they make them, they check and plainly say, not of a heavy duty, but to carry them. Now they see that every bus then they will load over 80 people them. Now up here is the part because that is the only alternative route they have to pass. So for me, the coming of the bus, very, very laudable because the transportation situation is very, very awful that the city. Very, very awful. But now, the guy maybe they work on this thing, how the bus they for operate, they be put aside about the bus they can address the whole situation. So they were so foolish in the way where they try to organize the thing to an extent that the whole thing don't come around. Now they're talking now about bringing in some other buses them, paint them green, white, and blue. We're gonna go halfway, but people that they use for a situation wherein if not coming on normally, they say it won't come on a pump. Now they break the put and down. But this one, even if they pump you then they pass with you, they go with you. It don't make sense. So let people get the privilege for take the transportation they need. Okay, if they send a keke or carry another goods there, no problem. But then they allow other for them for plan the route because the need for transportation, brother, is so serious that 50 buses now it drop in the ocean. It drop in the ocean. And it's not government that is operating them. That's why they are carrying commercial number plates. That's points.
So not a government to operate them as the agreement say, but we in the beginning we understand say World Bank now support government. So why government give to private people for operate?
Can you say that again?
I say according to what we understand now that World Bank support government for cow them boss there. So if now government they give this couple for operating boss there, why it end up at the hand of private people?
Well, you see, man, all this, I don't know if the in there by the project documents that when the bosses will come, the private entity, because me say a project man. In a project man, I always say project, you forgot strictly by what the project dictates. This is not government money, this is World Bank funding. Assistance for just reduce the transportation situation in the country.
So
So forget a situation now when the buses that are so exorbitant. In the first place, that's a betrayal of the purpose for which the buses were meant. The buses themselves can ameliorate the suffering of the people. Okay? You look at the buses now, they put 10,000 euros above the commercial drivers then. And what do they do now? The government don't legalize the halfway trip where the bus they halfway. Mm-hmm. Because every time the things come on the buses and now for stop people they will say that for stop halfway. So it's very bad because I feel to say the government not put the priorities right and do not put the people the interest in the center of the whole arrangement. There is no reason for that private entity come run the bus and they. If you get the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation, they don't change them. They say now for regulate. You see? So now instead of Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation, they go first have private entity. So anyway, now watch how the buses are to go. But the arrangement itself is not proper, and we feel to say it's a concern that a World Bank project intended for ameliorate the plight of the people now has become a financial burden that people have to pay more than they used to pay for the same distance.
Okay, so Titus, last come with you inside. Waiting that you don't take. Now we don't understand proper one say the private people and the operator. That is why they don't get government number plate. So for say the government actually not they tell we true in all of them things there. Because even yesterday or the 9th, we see a member of parliament from Konadugu they ask for let them bring the minister for let her explain. Number one, why they pull all the other commercial vehicle them where they pay the same license and other tax them to government, but then pull them at the road for them bus there so where they say on a private bus them. And at the same time, why they increase their own 2 times more than waiting the normal transport tariff from 5,000 to 10,000. What do you take?
This is the whole thing like a bungle situation. Government owe a duty an obligation for being accountable to the people. Yes, this was a project that was written out by a private, I don't say private, but it was written out by a non-governmental organization set up primarily to review the situation with public transportation. Mm-hmm. I think it's all part of the City Council, the public transportation agenda for Freetown. So this has been something World Bank is going to look at, that transform Freetown agenda. But as we government, anything where they bring resources come in and bring 2, 3 visible benefits, all my jump and politicize them. The government politicized the bus situation. They were not truthful to the people for tell them who are exactly they in charge, who are they run them. And they made some very bad decisions by disregarding the rights of other people and road users for use the road. You see, in developed countries, what they do is establish bus lanes. Bus lanes or pedestrian-only zone or bus-only zones, they are meant to enable public transportation to run faster. Nothing wrong with private individuals that run a public transportation system. In London, all the buses in London are privately owned, not owned by government. But they're called London buses, but they're all privately owned, right across the United Kingdom, in fact. All the buses are privately owned. Even the trains are privately owned. But then they run. And bus, they run alongside Mutka. The only thing, bus get bus lane. And the bus lane is that separate lane from Musai Mutka, the pass. So you have for one alongside the buses. But the bus lane faster, because they allow Mutka to clog and for block them. Government, if we don't look at it, we don't get a whole traffic management system put in place. The way buses are come, even one politicize the bus in this way. When you put the bus on the road, then you make an person the only transportation landway available. Then you did this enfranchise other people who are legitimate users of the road system. You did disenfranchise other people who are legitimate taxpayers who are for run their businesses and for contribute towards the economy. Government not be for do that. I think there has to be a revisit and a rethink on this. We need to look at specifically some areas that may be pedestrianized or some areas that will be said, okay, you get bus-only lanes, like a Kisi Road or Guard Street. You will say, okay, Guard Street will be buses only, Kisi will be other traffic. You know, they make provision for buses there. You don't make alternative routes for other traffic for pass. That's going to be difficult. If you say this is for buses, let it be for all buses or commercial transportation of a certain type. Then it makes the playing field a level playing field. But you know, put buses from one private institution for run along Kisi Road, then all other buses they will run along there. That is wrong. If you want to say pull taxi or pull private cars, yes, let buses and podas run there because they do the same function. They are mass transit vehicles. So I think we need to look at that. The issue around traffic management is also an issue of environmental concern. It's about how you expose the people to traffic fumes, carbon monoxide, and all the rest of it. So yes, there are other issues, other benefits for them kind of constraints and the way government can impose public transportation or transportation generally for make people reduce the carbon footprint. But once you are doing that, therefore ensure so you know they do one thing for one person, then the other people and then they suffer unnecessarily. That is bad. The issue around a private company managing the buses, I'm sure they are accountable to the World Bank or to the institution under which the World Bank passed this money. They should be accountable to them and they should be accountable to the people of Sierra Leone. It doesn't matter for us whether it's run by government or not. The government wants to take the benefit or one for take praises, saying that they bring the buses, fine and good, but then not take praises for something where when you bring a canal, then it can cause unnecessary hardship on people. I think one thing where this government not seem to understand is that some of the decisions that they take are decisions that go to the heart of how Freetown is. And this is what this government is missing. They don't know say Freetown life is a different life. And this is a serious problem. There are certain issues, certain things the way they happen at Freetown way, they don't go happen at Bo or Kenema because they are not made up that way. For example, there are particular places where you need public transportation to operate efficiently inside Freetown, to let Freetown go move efficiently. The other side, the way you say, okay, then place here, then fit keke, because the keke no more go running up the hill, or the side, the way you don't get better transportation, with taxi not go better, so keke go the one day, you get to make provision for that. Or if government they make provision for all things and then you go, or you make ad hoc arrangements when you get something coming, because you say it is good to ride on the political bandwagon, then you make laws for fit that situation, then you are not really doing governance. What you are doing, you're doing management by trial and error. And I think that's where my problem is. There's nothing wrong. We don't get new buses in this country. I remember having to go sit common entrance, then Dame Laben's buses. Like the first thing I do, I like Dame Laben's on my own. I don't allow me to go to school on my own. But I had to move from Akani to girls' school where I go sit my common entrance at the time. Yes, and I got on the bus and it was a good ride, you see. But then other traffic were there. You see, and then we get a bus and for quite a long while to begin get bus passes. Or what's it in Nicola? We go, well, we need to be bus passes. We get season tickets where you go in the bus, you get ticket for students and whatever. They go, we do bus ride. Yeah, we enjoyed it. But now it look like say people already enjoy the Waka Waka bus. It is mass transit. It has no differential between Udana students or Udana school picking them or Udana big people them. And the price is also another concern.
Titus, I think a very good thing you don't carry to. Theophilus, quickly. We been get school bus them, we been apply the road, the streets them, the road them. With them bus there, we know the area about the school bus there again. You get any idea?
Yeah, well, of course, the school bus today. Even yesterday, when we pass around, we see a number of school buses, but the school buses they're under serious pressure. To learn for enter the school buses, so that there are not many. There are not many.
So, but then self deploy the route of them bus there. They work can find bus.
Yes, I think to say then get that. Then I'm not confirm that it because I have not checked. Because
okay.
Since the government buses them, so happy to say they are exempted. From that ban.
Okay.
I believe so very strongly because even the notice where they will put, they say they will only allow government registered vehicles. For apply that route today. So I think say the government buses where they run transportation. And so the school buses them as well. this gets that kind of exemption. But I will definitely confirm it. But I'll be surprised if they too are affected because they're not supposed to be affected. But I just want for correct one point where my colleague on the other side say they're not government tell them whether to operate the buses them. Well, for all I know is that the government are very clear. Say now a group of 3 bodies, Sierra Leone, Drivers Union, Sierra Leone Drivers Union, the Keke themselves involved. Yes, the Keke Association also not part of them. Then one day where they were self-involved in the whole thing. So it's clear to us as to who are doing the running of the buses. So there's no doubt about that. But what's important to note now whether sustainability of the buses is guaranteed. Because mind you have to deal with wear and tears. Then another things them. So let's see how that will happen in an event that's a private entity they handle the buses them.
Okay, so do you allow left them boss here quickly and let's go to something very where people are so concerned about. This paper where now the Apex newspaper, I take 2 papers for deal with one issue. The Apex newspaper say US clarifies 1.5 million funding not for rerun of 2023 election. But again, if we go to this other paper where now Daybreak, yesterday APC they hold the press conference, where they say as Kaifala Marrah Spitfire sleepless nights for the SLPP. Let's start with you, Titus. You followed the press conference yesterday? Okay, we lose Titus there. Theophilus, you followed the press conference of the APC yesterday?
Well, no, but I can comment on the issue.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, fine. Well, I listened to the U.S. ambassador, and I believe so. You don't see that clip. Otherwise, I will send them to you.
Yes, please, I do.
It made them quite clear because there was a lot of apprehension, and misinformation going around for say that money where the U.S. government don't give another $1.5 million for the rerun of the election. And the ambassador make it clear for run an election, it takes tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. It says so $1.5 million for election. It says it's just a drop in the ocean. So therefore, it was not for election for carry run election. Rather, now for support the ongoing work of the elections review committee, when a product of the peace dialogue, so that committee, the government first come in a number of foreign experts, where they will help for provide the expertise needed for effectively review the electoral process. It's not that money needed for, like when they call committee meeting, at least they got money for pay stipend or for pay accommodation or for just give transport refund. Like I said, that is what that money is meant for, and I believe the U.S. embassy or the U.S. ambassador where he said that because I don't see the prospect of any rerun of any election.
Yeah, but according to Dr. Marrah, the committee get power, and they always want for left room, for the end of the investigation or for the end of the committee. That is to say, they say that they watch into, they examine what thing go wrong inside the 2023 election and any other election. So, and at the end of the day, then they come out with a recommendation. And Dr. Marrah still get a strong conviction, say, if at all, they find out that this election begets a lot of malpractice where make the result where they announce not good, then possibility good day for a rerun.
Well, let Dr. Marrah is part of the negotiating team. So let it keep everything close to his chest. I'm not telling this for begin talk too much about what thing will be the outcome or not the outcome of the committee. Man, they're not preempt. You don't have to be preemptive.
And that's exactly it say. He said let we not preempt the outcome of the committee. And even they give warning. Even they give warning to the government, we already don't draw conclusions, say no, no, they say let we not preempt, and let we wait, let we look into everything, and let we wait for the outcome.
Okay, well, in the first place, not the government will say no re-election. That is not for them to say. That is not for them to say.
But you listen to the
No,
Minister
so
of Information. You listen to the government
Let's go.
rep at the committee.
Say that again.
The Minister of Information and the government rep at the committee already don't go out and talk that one. They even went not to them place, but they don't already draw conclusions for the committee.
They are also wrong. They are also very, very wrong. They are also very wrong because it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame that in the first place we get a peace dialogue after the election. It happened for the very first time in the history of Sierra Leone, and that was because what happened in the election was so glaring. It was so glaring. I can always make reference to what happened in Karine. Who said SNP get 9,000 votes. Then all of a sudden it changed to 19,000. How can that be? Who said man the vote say 2 o'clock morning they are voting where there's no party agent from the opposition or from this side. So that complete issue of a mandate when not so clear whose other mandate they come out, whether it's a stolen mandate or whether you can call it something else. So it's it's a shame on them that we have this kind of situation. And the other thing I also want to say is that the committee it gets specific mandates for look at the last election, not to any other election. Not to any other election they will go look into, right? They're not supposed to go look into any other election, but don't want the recommendation where they make, the information say they address all the things that happen over the years, because the thing is that for can reform the electoral process. So election, they're not going to hold election again. Then the electoral commissioner say, well, no, please, let it go to police. Or for let the whole election, the ECS say, we are not going to release the disaggregated data. Come on, we don't want to see that kind of things. So it should be about the last election, what happened in that election, whether it become an eye-opener to the elections that were going to happen before. Now, the same thing will be happen where they say for investigate the office of the First Lady, the ACC say, well, they for go first to what will happen on a Shaka Stevenson times, for go to what will happen on a Tijan Kaba, for what will happen on a that's complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. They say investigate the office of the First Lady, the city First Lady. What is wrong about doing that? Rather that, we'll go fend, we'll go take long court, so we are going behind. That's foolishness. It shows we are not serious about the fight against corruption. Because if we are serious about the fight against corruption, we will stick to the issue. We will not dance around the issue. That's like dancing around the issue, and it's so undone. It's so undone. Now you see, because of that long rope where they go past, now the office of the First Lady was never ever investigated, and now the office of the First Lady now is exempted from audits. Because the man audits everything. He said he's not going to audit the office of the president. He's not going to audit the office of the vice president. He's not going to audit the office of the First Lady, because as far as they're concerned, they are satisfied that structures have been put in place for avoid misappropriation. But at this same situation we see on the last audit, we see a lot of things that will happen where the government will take no action for say, I don't support with dipping. I don't support the issue of fake receipt. I mean, the government does accept everything, which means they are complicit to the kind of foolishness that take place in that audit. And it's a shame that the office of the president, they can close all the loopholes. And in fact, even this last audit, according to me, I've not read it. I mean, they said the vast amount of money they were not account for. The money that will go through the office of the president.
Yes, the highest.
So that's a very serious matter.
The highest unaccountable impress.
The highest unaccountable amount go to the office of the same president, where say they can block all the loopholes there. Now those loopholes have become massive drainages, and it's a big shame.
All right. So quickly before you go, Theophilus, the Concord Times, when the last issue I will take for you, Concord Times say APC Jagaban donate 220 million to churches in Sierra Leone. What do you take on this? You might mute still.
250 million.
220 million leons.
220 million euros for donates to churches in Sierra Leone. That's complete. That's a drop in the ocean. The question is, which churches are we talking about?
Yeah, but it not necessarily means saying that all of the churches, then, but a few churches the way they go down select.
So don't say to churches in Sierra Leone. They will make it clear saying that to forget criterion or criteria as to which churches. Otherwise, there are a whole lot of confusion. Who is going to administer the money? Is the money going to be given to the Council of Churches in Sierra Leone? Or is it going to be given to an individual for give among churches? How many churches? How much each church will get? Whose impact the amount received will create? So for me, I don't know the intention. So let me not go beyond that. I don't know the intention. Otherwise, if we don't send that money there, it go give one orphanage, it go give them, it go turn that disabled home them, or they amputee camp, go give them 50 million, go give this and that. But for say 220 million to churches, then what problem are you trying to solve? What problem are you trying to solve? So that for me, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, and just the time for watch the story.
Yeah, it's a show of money and a reckless way of spending it. But say 220 millions they go give to churches.
Okay, so now we get the idea. We don't get the thing why. Still, this is not the reason why. According to Concord Times, they say the act of kindness aim to assist churches, as they begin, as they begin to observe. Let me just say, as they begin their observance of Lent. So bottom line, for the Lent, they give some of them churches there, so for letting them be able to take care of some things then.
That's what sir. It's about the amount and what goes to what church and the impact that will create, for how long that impact will be created. So for me, of course, if we're just gonna make personal donations to certain churches, if I don't go do the donation wanted to some churches, then so then.
No, but wait, Theophilus, I don't know whose context we take them. For example, if you na two churches, na churches, na inside salon then they, so it not necessarily means that all the churches them then they give.
No, when the way say it donate 220 million to churches. It's the reading, it's the reading of the language and the interpretation of it. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Connotative. We are looking at it connotatively. It doesn't make sense. Yes, I understand. It's an act of kindness for the Lent season. But it's about the impact again. Like I said earlier, the impact. Who gets what? That's where I'm coming from, my brother.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
It only can create confusion among the churches there as well. It will create confusion if they're not treated well.
Well, I think that means they try for say. I think what we need for know the number of churches then, because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to able to forgive all the churches there inside the country. It could not identify a few churches then, but it's not still wrong for let them say churches there inside Sierra Leone. For example, we go say we give couple to people inside saloon. That not mean saying that all the people, for example, the how they call them, salon people when they take part in the program, we're not going to say all the people, but we'll say people. It wrong for say so?
Yeah, because there's an aspect of disinformation.
Okay, tell me more.
There's an aspect of disinformation. And this information is that the donation is to churches in Sierra Leone. That's the disinformation. You don't say that. So Jagaban donate 220 million to 10 churches in Sierra Leone. I'm an editor.
Hey, but wait. I mean, when you go inside the story now, you will explain all of that one in there.
No. Well, if you do so, then the headline is sensational. The headline is sensational. And when it comes to donation to churches, the headline should not be sensational, my brother. The headlines should be direct that Jagaban donates 220 million euros to 20 churches across Sierra Leone or in Sierra Leone. But they will say donate 220 million euros to churches in Sierra Leone. That's disinformation, because the language is deceptive.
Okay. All right. Thank you thank you very much, Theophilus. I think it's good that we get you on angle where you come out from and from the paper you differently. Thank you very much.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Yes, yes. So if you are listening to me now, I want to take the opportunity on behalf of myself and my family for say thank you very much to Riyadh for appreciate my small contribution in my own little corner. My own small contribution, not for money, not for just analyze the issues them from a Sierra Leonean point of view. I not care whether it is white or blue. I not care whether it is red or black. I not care. I care about putting the issues straight forward. That's it. I mean, also I appreciate the gesture of $100. I mean, from Riyadh to me directly as part of the big victory or the big achievement of getting over 100,000. I mean, subscribers to the Riyadh. It's the biggest Sierra Leonean media platform right now, regardless of whose side it is. Whether it is in France or it is in here or there, it doesn't matter. What's important is that it is a Sierra Leonean based, media entity. Once it's Sierra Leonean based, that the issues discussed are not about Liberia, are not about Senegal. They are about Sierra Leone, and Sierra Leone 100%. So therefore, I'd also say congratulations. One more time to Riyadh for this big achievement. And I am still following up. I will not be surprised if in the next 6 months we'll then get over 200,000. I will not be surprised, because Riyadh is the station to listen to, regardless of what the other people will talk about. We know that Riyadh goes for objective reporting and open analysis. That's why they are bringing in everybody who wants to be brought in. So I say congratulations to Una, and thank you one more time for the support.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you and get yourself a
You're
very
welcome.
good day.
Okay.
And I'll tell you one thing.
Okay.
I think you touch me heart with the way how you tell me about this money. You touch me heart and you touch we more for do more for people. Thank you very much.
Oh yes. And I make sure say me madam know for say, because I did Apollo well they interview me and they talk them. Did he talk there? Say He said, hey man, he said, yeah. He said, I then got for you. I said, no worry. So while I go to say I get search from Riyadh, he said, wow. So from that amount, one bag rest, then I was right now.
All right, thank you very much, Theophilus, and God bless you.
I was right now, they will buy $250,000 extra credits. So of course, so that impact where the house can feel, and I'm very proud of that.
All right, thank you very much, yo. We just hope we're going to get
You're
way for the
welcome.
do them things there so as time to go.
You're welcome.
God bless you and get yourself a
Thank
good
you,
day.
thank you. Thank you, sir.
In name that Theophilus Benda, we join me inside the program this morning. Thanks to the team, thanks to the producer for this program, and thanks to all. Sorry about that. Very, very sorry about that. Very sorry. And thanks to the team and thanks to all, we actually don't join me inside the program this morning. For we talk about different other things, okay? This night we come and talk about something very huge. Something very huge for the government and something very huge for Sierra Leoneans, yeah? We basically can talk about the hottest man inside the wanted list. The hottest man inside the wanted list, we na Yete, where they talk about this night. Well, I will just put them this way, say, the news for Yete, it not go good for some people, and then it go good for some people. But join with this net for let we actually discuss the issue of Yete, yeah, and the first OSD commander, where then we go pull na Liberia, then bring come inside Freetown, and after that they will not hear anything about them again. Until now, where we don't get this news, we go good for some people or we go bad for some people. Yeah. Until then, we will meet the net. Thank you very much. God bless you, Sierra Leone. We call. We add. My name is Pierre, and when I get to yourself a very, very good day. All right, thank you very much, Niall. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, G follow kind of net, and then we go know it in the news. Until then,